Hello and welcome to Shadow Patch Notes, the series where we take the latest patch and discuss all the hidden tweaks and changes that didn't quite make the spotlight. If you find this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe. And stick around until the end of the video to see how you can win a Drake Golem game package with LTI. Alright, let's jump right in. The personal storage on the Nomad is finally functional, despite having been added multiple patches ago. This also goes for the Mantis storage, which now works as intended. A new addition to the storage gang is the Drake Caterpillar, with storage added under the beds in the command module. The Drake Herald got some love too, believe it or not. For the 6 of you who actually own this ship, you can find the storage directly under the bed. Also, the Herald received a bunch of additional missiles, up to a total of 18. You can even see them on the front of the ship now. Last but certainly not least, the Mercury Star Runner finally received its internal storage. You can find these by the beds in the habitation area. Could these ship updates mean data running is on the horizon? We'll see. The Hercules line of ships received a red outline on the elevator, just like the Crusader Spirit line of ships. Also, the physical bar on the elevator is back, but this thing comes and goes more than the Star Citizen player base. Did you know that we have functioning tracker armor in the game already? The new Antium helmet that was added last patch actually lets you ping for players. Just place it on your hip with Alt-H and then press Tab to scan. You can see little white arrows over the heads of characters nearby. Pretty cool first look at what's to come, and would explain why this thing didn't come with a crosshair on release. As of this current patch, it now has a crosshair. Refineries now accept and deliver to and from station inventories. To be clear, this applies to both picking up refined goods as well as dropping them off. Now you can place mining bags directly onto the freight elevator and send them to be refined. No more bags clipping through and getting lost. You'll even get your bags back, so you can use them to mine again. An interesting side effect of this change is that pirating a Prospector or Mole will no longer require having your own mining ship to make the most of the goods. The new Drake Golem pods will snap to any ship grid as expected. However, the traditional pods from the older ships will not work on ship cargo grids unless the grid is 3 SCU boxes tall or more. So that's a yes to the MSR, no to the Cutlass, for example. I'm not sure if this is new or not, but the mining bags have little feet on the bottom now. While at hospitals and medical centers, you can hear NPCs reacting to the events of the Race to Regen event through various voice lines.
Is my regen going to work, or isn't it?
Alright, let me take a look.
PvP bounty contracts are finally back online with server meshing. Now the murder hobos at Hathor have something to worry about. The looting prompt has been fixed to work much more smoothly now. You should be able to easily loot whatever body you look at on your first try. This has my vote for best fix in the entire patch. The Tweaker Stabilizer 2 was nerfed a bit. It will now consume 33% more ammo. It's important to note that this is the one that everyone puts on their P8 ARs. Also, P8 AR and Volt Rifle ammo now have proper weight as intended, so you can't have infinite ammo anymore. Wicklow missions have changed a bit. The intro mission may ask for new things like the Snaggle Stick, which you can find at the Kelto store on Orison. Also, the hangar in the Emporium has been decorated in full Banu flare. There are also some new rewards to be claimed, such as a hangar surprise that you can get in exchange for 5 severe mining gadgets. And there are changes to the Super Ship Surprise, which now require 30 of the Ace Interceptor helmets, which you can find on AI in the new ship combat contracts. You may notice that Karanite is separate from Wikello Favors now. That's because Wikello Favors now require either 50 Mercenary Guild scripts or 50 Council scripts, which are lawful and unlawful respectively. Some new ship combat missions were added, with both lawful and criminal versions. The Mercenary Guild scripts or Council scripts can be rewarded on routine patrol and ambush missions. These are a new physicalized currency in Star Citizen, as shown on previous sneak peeks. You can tell if the mission will give you one by looking at the bottom of the mission text. These will be sent to your home location upon completing the contract, but you can also EVA and loot them off enemy ace pilots. These ace pilots can be found on higher tier missions and will be marked, so you can't miss them. You can also get interceptor helmets for the Wikello barter by looting these ace pilots. Plus, there's a new series of training missions with Officer Gilly, who's really great at speaking Spanish.
Mano a mano.
The IDRIS got a couple more changes this patch. Some nice screens were added to the stations on the IDRIS. It gives me Iron Man vibes. Also, some ergonomic chairs were added to the stations. The ship also received a couple of speed changes this patch, as well as a huge nerf to its HP. This is just for the PU model, so don't worry too much if you own an IDRIS. The Valkyrie got a few more changes this patch. Its hull HP was buffed quite a bit, as well as its maneuverability. CIG seems to really have a hard-on for this thing. The cockpit also received a small update, removing the little dead screens on the sides. This patch's big winner is the Argo Raft, which received a rework to its cargo grid to increase its size and the ease of loading. It ditches the old clamping system in favor of a regular cargo grid. Oh, and I can't forget to mention the amazing tractor beam, which is now located on the starboard side of the ship near the rear. You can access it from the control room at the rear of the ship. Big W here. The grid is 8 SCU large, 12 SCU long, and 2 SCU high for a total of 192 SCU. A big improvement from the 96 SCU that it used to have. While this is definitely an improvement, it also gives me Reclaimer vibes in the sense that SIG put the cart before the horse when designing and selling something years ago. Surely this is the last time it'll happen, right? The MISC Starlancer claim time decreased significantly. Expedited time is down from 15 minutes to 3 minutes. The entire Aurora ship lineup received movement buffs across the board. The Vandal Scythe and Asperia Blade were both nerfed pretty hard on their missile capabilities. The Polaris received a nerf this patch. Its agility was hit across the board, especially the yaw being lowered by almost 50%. The VTOL did get a lot more powerful here though. We had a huge overhaul to shield health values in the game. Industrial shields got a 14% improvement to HP, while stealth shields received an 18% reduction. Competition shields, like those found on racing ships, were hit the hardest, with a 34% nerf on shield health. Military and civilian shields were left unchanged. Your favorite ship can probably just swap out shields to compensate. However, the 890 Jump, Reclaimer, and Polaris are now in an awkward position after these changes, because unlike other ships, capital class vessels cannot change their shields at the moment. What you get is what you get. Also important to note that military coolers and power plants were buffed. The military power plants will all grant additional segments of power, while competition plants were nerfed. A new faction was added this patch, High Point Wilderness Specialists. They seem to be a new faction all about animal hunting. Maybe they'll be the ones to give us the Valakar mission. This may also be old news, but salvage panels are now highlighted in the world after scanning. New hairstyles are in. I really like this new shoulder length one for females. The paramedical device is now used in the pistol slot instead of the multi-tool slot. I actually love this change, because pulling out a multi-tool mid-combat when you were trying to heal was so brutal. The loot tables at Hathor locations were updated with new items. You can find new things like grenade launcher mags and even the P8AR rifle. Speaking of Hathor, some interesting sound effects were added for when you insert alignment blades and batteries.
Setting coordinates to orbital laser platform.
Also, the alignment blades now read out different things on the screen. The Vault SMG was stealth added this patch. It has a 45 round mag and fires a beam immediately. You can find them at Hathor locations behind the red doors, just like the Vault rifles. You can also get exclusive skinned variants from Wicklow trades. Speaking of skins, there's a nice new red camo on the Vault rifle now too, so look out for those. Alright, let's talk about flight blades. There was a lot of buzz around these, as people thought they were going to be AI turret gunners. But in reality, it looks like it's just going to affect how your ship flies. You can actually see this in the loadout manager as a modular attachment on certain ships like the Gladius, while others have an empty slot there. As you can see, the changes are pretty minimal. Hopefully the turret gunner blades aren't too far behind. The Alt-H command now works on medium helmets. Wickelow's showroom has changed a bit too. There's a whole new floor and overpass bridge section. Check out these live fish on display. First fish in the verse? A Polaris display was added near the entrance too. And the battle mech in the middle of the Emporium has multiplied. What's more is the new addition of a contract in your Mobi for the Atlas Ikti reward from Wickelow. Ikti means weapon in Banu, so we can infer this to be the name of the suit. Valakar fangs are now collectible from dead worms. You can use these for Wicklow barters. CIG blessed us with the ability to QT straight to our unattended vehicles. This is huge for any ship big enough to carry a snub. You'll have to set a route in your star map, but it seems to work pretty consistently. Awesome addition. A chunk of multi-crew ships received multipliers to their turret's ammo capacity. Some of these include the Cutlass with 2 times the ammo, 600i with 3 times the ammo, and ships like the Hammerhead receiving 4 times the turret ammunition. And that'll do it for this episode of Shadow Patch Notes. So, were any of these changes news to you? Are you excited to get your hands on some scripts? What do you think of the raft changes? And do you plan on maxing out the new missions to fight the capital ship? Good luck taking on that Polaris. Leave a comment below and let me know. And if you're interested in the game package giveaway, just be a subscriber here on YouTube and head on over to my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/the5star, where you can find the link to enter. Come on by and say hi. Alright everybody, I'll catch you on the flip flop. Peace out.